Everyone, what's going on? It's me, Paxton and Bogad, and I know that it just came to me just last night, this dream. Something that I feel so proud about and sharing with you guys. Like, seriously, Lucifer came to me and he helped me to appreciate something about what it is that I love to do. Not just within the occult, not just sharing this video by helping you guys to understand my personal life and of course my gnosis in connection with the Lightbringer himself. But you know what? Interestingly enough, in detail, that message that he gave to me within a dream was just so profound. Now, I'm pretty sure that you know one thing about Lucifer is that once he enlightens you and I, oh man, it's such a high. It's one of those things where almost we almost seem to be as if like we're just fucking floating. You know what I'm talking about. It's almost like that enlightenment, that aha moment, that eureka moment, that we end up just sitting there, we're just going, I can't believe what I just heard and what I just experienced. No wonder I want to just make a video and share what I have to say with you guys, because it's really that amazing, or at least to me it is. You know, I was thinking about how I was able to do more magic for myself. I'm looking down right now and I have these books on alchemy, book on necromancy, curses, hexes, you name it. Trying to further my education and to further my black magic. And it was interesting that everything that I've read, Lucifer told me specifically, what I need to do is not just read about these things and not just to put them to work. He says, notice the results. He goes, have you seen that life around you, the synchronicities are connected with what you're doing right now? Honestly speaking, I could definitely say I have. I've definitely seen all the synchronicities in connection to my magic. Have you ever wondered that why is it that they do these things? You're able to think of why you get that particular phone call, why your mother said the same exact thing that you dreamt about last night. Though it's low key, very amazing. The first stage is that when you see these synchronicities, they work as road signs to lead you to what it is that you're trying to manifest within your own personal reality. And that within itself, though simple, fundamental, it works. It's mind-blowing and you love it. That right there, Lucifer said, that is what you need to pay attention to. And mind you, as he's saying this, I kid you fucking not, guys. Kid you fucking not. We all have our own image of what Lucifer looks like. I've even seen other occultists online, like Behemoth X. Really great guy, good YouTuber. And he just recently, about a week ago, made a video about Lucifer. And, I wasn't thinking about it. I was like, yeah, I know Lucifer. That's great and all. Listened to the video, it was great. But interestingly enough, he wasn't on my mind as attentive as he was just last night for me. You know what? That was a part of the synchronicity. Listening to what Behemoth X was saying online on his channel was not just inspirational, but it helped me to appreciate that he has something to say to me. Because when I looked at Lucifer within my mind, this is the first time I've seen him face to face. He came to me as someone who was pale, with brown locks, almost mid-length hair, and in his angelic form. Simply just sitting there, casual like, speaking with me, telling me all these things, to pay attention to what it is that I do, pay attention to my environment. And again, all these things are fundamental. But there's something else that he told me to do. And this is very mind-boggling. I say this is mind-boggling because what's going to come on the screen within seconds is going to be for my protection and for your protection. So in other words, it's a forewarning that what I'm about to say is going to be blurred out, of course, because what happened was that what he had to say to me invoked a lot more energy, a lot more motivation for me to do more videos. Like I said in my other video, this is a 4K film, 4K camera. I'm taking my magic, this channel, to a whole new fucking level. And boy, was the Infernal Empire doing the same thing. So what did he say to me? I know you're probably waiting now. Well, here's the sign. Now, he introduced me to 3 individuals who are very prominent in the occult world today. Aleister Crowley, Anton LaVey, and then finally H.P. Lovecraft. Considering that I was in this, I call it a dark universal. Others call it whatever they will, but it was blackness all around me. Nothing but water on the ground. It smells sweet, almost flowery. Out of this darkness, gloom, this everlasting darkness, came forth a face, a figure, and it was Anton LaVey. Yeah, fucking Anton LaVey. I looked at him, and my first initial reaction was like, it's fucking Anton LaVey. So I just said quickly that I wanted more knowledge. The books that I'm reading are great and all, but I want to take my magic, my education to the next level. Could you assist me with that? Interestingly, as this dream is continuing on, this vision, Anton LaVey looks back at me and he smiles and he nods his head, gives me this silvery smile, almost devilish, goes back into the darkness and simply say, I will assist you. And I thought that was nice. Considering that these 3 men have passed away, I'm obviously speaking to their spirits. After all, as I said, friends, I have been studying and learning a lot about necromancy, contacting the dead. Even though Lucifer is not the one to basically be the mediator for the dead, but in this particular story, he might as well be. Next up I saw was H.P. Lovecraft. And yes, this is why I said there's going to be a forewarning in this video. He kept on talking to me in that way, repeatedly. I felt insulted, of course. But I stood there, stood my ground, and I wasn't going anywhere because as a black magician, I stood my ground because I want to ascertain to newer heights. It's not the first time I've been called one. But I realized that what I'm doing is monumental. What I'm doing is to further myself, my individuality, because who wants to work the 9-to-5 job? Who wants to continue doing so? I sure enough don't want to live a life of mediocrity. I want to continue to soar high, very high into the sky, if you will, like that of a bird, reaching higher and higher and higher in my craft. But yet, after he said that, he gave me this look right into my face. He nodded and smiled by simply just saying, I'll let you in on my secret. What came to mind was the Necronomicon, the book by Simon. I accepted it because it is exactly what any true black magician will go. If you have to go through a little hell and hot water to ascertain greater knowledge, higher than yourself, you're going to be willing to do that. Because I was. Next up, oh yes, Aleister Crowley, OTO. Philema, the one who brought to us lamb. That's right, aliens, if you will. Helped us to appreciate the Egyptians, Ra, and all these individuals that he himself had made contact with. But you know what? I'm very grateful. Very grateful to a point where, when I really think about it, all I could tell you is that when I asked him, just like I said to H.P. Lovecraft and Anton LaVey, that I needed his assistance, immediately he bowed his head, nodded, and he too smirked and said yes. But he was a little bit more pronounced than the other two. Because if you ever seen a picture of Aleister Crowley, he looks like he has a little bit of a weight to him, a little bit of a shape. And I saw that even in this particular vision. And then he goes right back into the darkness, that endless night. It vanishes, and then I look at Lucifer, and then he tells me, these individuals are going to help you, assist you on your journey. And I thought that was so amazing, because going through that experience that was very intense, that pushed me a little bit, test my patience, because it had to. I say it had to because, like I said before, any magician would do something like that. Any magician would say that no matter what happens, I'm going to go full throttle. I'm going to basically do everything that I have to because I gotta get shit done for myself. The big difference between living in their mother's basement versus actually practicing magic, doing it, looking at the results. Exactly what I'm talking about. So friends, I'm simply helping you to appreciate that when you specifically ask to soar higher, what are you willing to do? What are you willing to take on? Ask yourself that. What are you willing to do? I absolutely mean it. Will a little push stop you? A little name calling? A lot of that could stop an individual. But hopefully not you. Because I didn't allow that to stop me. Interestingly, after this vision, I put up my altar, set up my candles, and I said to myself, I gotta have Lucifer a part of my team. Made him one of my patrons so that I could always go to him, speak to him for advice. He is the light bearer, this fallen angel. Though he didn't say much, that was his gift onto me. Reading these three men, their books, their publications, helped me to be where I'm at today. Even in 2020. It was chaotic, but yet, it helped me to appreciate my limitations. So friends, I say this to you. What are you willing to do to soar higher, to higher heights? Are you willing to listen to the demonic? Or being at a standstill, not ascertaining anything at all, just coasting? Or are you willing to do more? I don't know about you, but I'm willing to go all the way, even into the abyss if I have to. Mote it be. Hail Satan.